Hello students. Today in our second lecture we are talking about the second topic of our first unit, that is broadcast and point to point network. But before that, just recall the introduction of computer network which I defined you in the previous lecture. So computer network means the connection of so many devices via medium, or we can say when so many hosts are connected to each other via any medium like wired medium or wireless medium, then they create a network for exchanging the information. So, in this topic or today's topic, we are talking about the two types of network. That is a first one is the broadcast network, and second one is the point to point network. So, these both are the network, and apart that, there are three types of network are also there, like LAN, local area network, number two, WAN, wide area network, and number three, MAN, metropolitan area network. So these are the types of network. But in this topic, the only two networks, that is broadcast and point to point, how these two networks are works means the host which are connected to each other, how they, what is the working procedure of that host which are connected to this network. So let us start with this lecture. So these are the outlines for the today's lecture, in which we just defined first the computer network, then the broadcast network, after that the point to point network, then advantages and disadvantages of both the networks, after that some real time life example which we are using by using this network, and after that learning outcomes, then difference and textbook. So let's start with the computer network. A network is a group of devices connected with each other through a transmission medium such as cable, wires, wireless medium, etc. So as you can see in this diagram, there is a ISP, that is called Internet Service Provider, which provide the internet to you, which provide the internet via router, or this is the wireless or wired both router, or you just take an example of our home Wi-Fi modem. You can call it a Wi-Fi modem. So by this Wi-Fi modem, as you can see, a desktop, a laptop, a printer, PlayStation, mobile station, all are connected. So when all these devices are connected to each other and information is shared between all these devices, then they create a network. So it is just simple computer network in which all the devices are connected. Now come to the our first type of network of today's topic, that is broadcast network. So first thing is that what is the meaning of broadcast? The first question arises that what is the meaning of broadcast? So, broadcast is the method of transferring information to the all recipients simultaneously. Like if we are taking a live example of broadcast, then a word comes in my mind that is called TV broadcast or television broadcasting, in which the programs are broadcasted. So, in broadcast, the information, the data is sent to all the hosts, all the devices which are connected to the network. As in the definition, any form of communication in which a single sender transmit message to many receiver simultaneously or once, that is called broadcasting. So as you can see in the diagram, there is a broadcast center defined. After that, so many routers are connected, by so many devices are connected, and all the devices which are connected by router receives the information which is broadcast by the broadcast sender. So this is the broadcast. Or we can also say that broadcast can be performed as a high level operation program. Okay. So all the communication in the all the communication in a computer communication method with each other, sender transmit a message to all receiver in a group, is called broadcasting. Okay. Now, but when we're talking about the network, it is a general term of broadcasting. But when we talk about the network, then a network is created in which a broadcast sender sends the information or packet. So, in computer networking, broadcast refers to transmitting a packet that will be received by every device in the network, or the scope of the broadcast is limited to the broadcast domain because it is different from the other methods like unicast network or multicast network. So this is known as the broadcast. Now, in broadcasting, there are so many networking technologies are used like frame relay, X.25 or so more. Now, for this comes to the protocol. So in broadcast, we use the IPv4, that is called Internet Protocol version 4, and IPv6 does not implement the broadcast pattern. So there are two protocols which are used in the internet, IPv4 and IPv6. There are two versions. So in broadcast network, we are using the IPv4. Now, one more thing in this, broadcasting or broadcast network may perform as all scatter. As all scatter means in which each sender perform its own scatter, in which the messages are distinct for each receiver. Okay, but in this, the message which are sent are all same for all the receiver. Now, where the broadcast network is used. So basically, broadcast is a general communication method, and it is used in that network where many messages may be required to send many devices which are involved in the network. So this is the broadcast network. Now, come to the next one, that is point-to-point network. So a point-to-point network or point-to-point connection is refers to the communication connection between the two communication endpoints. As in you can see in the broadcast network that so many devices are connected to the network and all the devices receive the message which is sent by the broadcast sender. But in point-to-point network, two devices create a network and they are connected to each other. As you can see in the diagram, so in first one, the two workstation are linked with each other, so they can communicate. In second diagram, a mainframe is connected with the workstation, so it's a server client architecture because there is a mainframe server that is connected with the workstation. And after that, you can see in third diagram, two workstations are connected via wireless link. So a point-to-point network are network in which two end stations or two devices are connected with each other. So a point-to-point network are mainly used for two locations that need uh, to share confidential and sensitive information to each other. For confidentiality purpose, this service is used because because it doesn't require the data traffic to be routed over the public internet. So, in which where many breaches in security can be happen. So, there are so many things which are related with the point to point. So, first one, that in point to point, the protocol, the technology which are used is a part different, because in a point to point network, the connection provides a dedicated link between the two devices. So when there is a dedicated link between the two devices, so uh, the entire capacity of the link is reserved for the transmission between the two devices. Means, as in the broadcast network, from with a single router, so many devices are connected, and maybe with the other router, so many devices are connected. So a single link is shared by the so many devices. But in point-to-point network, a single link is not shareable. It is a dedicated link between the two devices. Now, most of the point-to-point network or point-to-point connection use the wire or cable that connects two ends between the via wired medium. Or we can also use the satellite communication. So we just take the example or real life example of this network in the next slide or in the next part of this lecture. So after that, one more thing which is defined in the point to point. So there are so many things we have to consider with the point to point network. First one is the pricing. So in point to point network, as we know that the two devices are connected, so and a dedicated line should be there. So we are not using the network or path which is used by the other host and other devices. So the if the hosts are much far away from each other, then the pricing must be high. After that, equipment. So in point-to-point network, the equipment we are used for transferring the data means the workstation which are connected via link maybe uses a different software and maybe a different hardware. So it's up to the point-to-point network that both the workstation can connect with each other by synchronization. Means a synchronization is required between the two devices, and it's depend on the point to point network. After that, third one is the carrier, or you can say the channel. So most of the carrier will able to provide the point to point network either in the wired communication or wireless communication, and depending on the distance, the two connections may have to define, or multiple diverse carrier network will be defined. So This is the some points which have to taken when we create a point-to-point network between the two devices. Now, come to the some advantages and disadvantages of both the network. So here we are starting with the advantages of the and disadvantages of broadcast network. So first start with the advantages of broadcast network. So first advantage is that broadcast information is to transmit it to many receivers. Let's take an example of that. If I want to send any information to your group, to you, then what will I do? I just write or type a message on your WhatsApp group and send it to you. So my single message is received by all of you. That is broadcast. So that is the main advantage, that a single message can be transmitted to many users. So I don't have to send a single message for all to all of them. A single message can be transmitted. Second thing, second point, that in broadcast network, it is supported by IPv4. So the IPv4 is supported by the supporting IPv4. The broadcasting can be used or it used by the internet or networking, because in internet we are using the IPv4 protocol. So by using a internet or web, we can also create a broadcast network and broadcast our message to all the users. After that, information sent simultaneously to all. At a single time, all the users received the information. So simultaneously, the information is sent, means, and no store and forwarding like techniques are used in broadcast. And last one is not to define the address. Means when with a router, or we can say with a switch, if the 24 port switch is defined and 20 systems are connected with that switch, then all the systems get the information or get the data without defining the address. So switch or hub, if we are using a broadcast network, then switch or hub don't use the address, and all the devices receives the information which is sent by the sender. So this is the main. These are the main advantages of broadcast network. Now come to the disadvantages. Broadcasting cannot accommodate a very large amount of devices. Means there is a restriction for the connectivity of devices. Means up to an extent the devices can communicate in a broadcast network. If you want to connect 1,000 or 2,000 devices with a single network, then it may be not possible. That broadcasting cannot accommodate a large very amount of devices. After that, it does not allow personalization of the message according to the individual preference of the device. Means you cannot personalize the message according to the devices. That is not possible. Means a single message is received by all the hosts and all the receivers which are connected in the network. You cannot define different messages to the different users. Now, third one, address field is attached to whom it is intended. Means as it is a broadcast message, so For all the devices which are connected, address field is defined, but it is because of default, because all the receivers receive the messages, and we don't have to define the address field, but it is defined uh, automatically. Now, last one is the disadvantage, that is waste of channel capacity. This is the main disadvantages of the broadcast network. If we are using this network and all the hosts which are not supposed to receive that information, and they are not intended to receive the information which is sent to the other one, but the information is also received by them. So the capacity, channel capacity, or the medium capacity is wasted in the broadcast network, because without any purpose, if we are sending the information to all the users, then the capacity is wasted. So these are the some disadvantages of the broadcast. Now come to the advantages and disadvantages of point-to-point network or P2P network. So the first advantage is very easy to maintain. Why very easy to maintain? Because only two hosts are communicated by a single link, a dedicated link. That's why it is very easy. And it is easy to maintain because not so many devices are connected. We are not using any router. We are not switching using any hubs or other intermediate devices for them. After that, uh, a simple topology is used as compared to the any other network. This is the most simple topology, point-to-point topology, which is used in the point-to-point network. After that, we can utilize the maximum bandwidth of the connection of the channel. Why? Because only two devices are connected and there is a dedicated path, and no one is sharing that path between the two devices. That's why we can utilize the maximum bandwidth, or we can send the maximum information to each other. Now, least delay in communication as compared to the any other network connection type. Least delay. There is no delay in the transferring of data when we are using a point-to-point network, because a dedicated path is there. After that, low cost option, you have only two nodes it's connect. If you want to connect only two nodes, that then it is the very low cost option for transferring the data. So these are the some advantages, and uh, in this, that the third point, that is maximum utilization of bandwidth. A question may be arise in this, uh, in which network the maximum we can utilize the maximum efficiency of a channel. So answer is point to point network. Okay. Now come to the disadvantages. So the network disadvantages, the network performance depends on the single link only, because their dedicated path, dedicated link is there. So the performance is depend on that only. Means we do not have an option to change the path. If the path is disconnected, then we cannot transfer the data to each other. Then the two devices cannot transfer the data. That is the main disadvantage. Now, because of the need of direct connection, topology cannot be expanded to large area. So the two devices cannot be at very much far away, because we have to provide the dedicated link for them, dedicated path for them. So the the topology or point-to-point topology which we are using in point-to-point network cannot be expanded for large area. After that, there is only one server or client and if anyone fails, all the working will be stopped. As in the diagram, you can see in the second diagram, a mainframe and a workstation is connected. If any one of them is failed, either the mainframe or the host, if any one of them fail, then the communication will be stopped. And after that, last one, it is only applicable when two devices are in proximity to each other, such as connecting printer. So there should be a proximity with both the devices who want to connect with the point-to-point network. So these are the some disadvantages. After that, come to the real life example for both the devices, both the networks. First one is the broadcast network, in which TV transmission and radio transmission. Because you can, as you know that in TV transmission, the uh, the TV broadcasting is there, and we are the receivers, and all the TV stations and all the TV units or television units which we are using at our home, they receives the same information simultaneously at the same time. It is also a part of communication because there is a audio and video transmission is there. After that, radio transmission, like FM radio you are listening in the whole city, this is also a part of the broadcasting, but is also part of the broadcast network. So these are the live example of broadcast. After that, come to point network. So very simple example is walkie talkie, because only two devices are connected by a wireless medium. After that, next is the telephone. In also telephone, two devices are communicate with each other. So that is the telephone. So these are the two real life examples of both broadcast and point-to-point network. Now, so this is all about the broadcast and point-to-point network. Now, these are the learning outcomes, or when we will discuss all the things in detail in our webinar, then you can understand the point-to-point broadcast network and point-to-point network in detail. What is the working of both the network? I just defined the advantage and disadvantage and where these networks are used. So this is the reference book for this topic, Data Communication and Network by Behraz Ifrozen, that is from Tata McGraw-Hill. And you can also refer the Tannenbaum, that is Computer Network, a very good book. So, and these are the references for today's lecture. So, thank you for listening my lecture today. And for any query, just note it down. We will discuss all your queries in our webinar, which will be taken by me after some time, after some days. So be prepared for that, and hope you enjoy my lecture very much. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you.